In August 2024, Gamefreak Incorporated suffered a major data leak of over 1 terabyte of information. That information has now been distributing online. I'm not going to be linking any of that information in this video, mostly because the leak contains personal employee information of the people who work at Gamefreak, and identity theft is not a joke.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Amongst the leak was also internal plans regarding anime, upcoming movie ideas, plot leaks, a very large document on why Ash was removed from the anime. Supposedly, almost all of the Legend ZA game is already made. But the part I would like to focus in on this video is going to be non-spoilery, non-detrimental, or anything else, and it's going to be involving the beta designs of the previous generations of Pokemon, generations 3, 4, and 5, since a lot of people want to see that information all in one place, and rather than you going out and looking online and trying to find this information that's also going to potentially spoil you, not know what's real and what's not real, and possibly Legend ZA leaks in the future, let's just focus on the completely non-ruining you or anyone else's life information, including my own. I'm not going to cover that. Why would I show you that? You think I want to be taken down? Have Nintendo knocking on my door again? This is now referred to as the Terra leak because there's over 1 terabyte of information. And first, let's go ahead and take a look at the Generation 3 beta sprites. Here we see the beta designs of the Gen 3 first partner Pokemon, Treecko, Torchic, and Mudkip. Treecko is pretty much exactly the same. Torchic has these cute little head feathers going on, and I don't know if that's a second foot being revealed, but it's somehow cuter than it normally is. And that got a rework quite a bit. That's not a Mudkip. That's a inner tube rabbit. I'm glad that never saw the light of day. We're also treated to a beta design of the UI, which also had a preview of your entire party. Camerupt had a mustache and a little peek as to the Pokemon screen when you're in battle. I guess they were trying to showcase off the Pokeballs that they were in more. Let's get down to business. What the hell is that? No idea what that one was supposed to be. Here we can clearly see Flygon, who honestly did not change that much from its original design. I mean, it's based on a dragonfly and a dragon, so that kind of makes sense. Over here we could see a beta design of Ursaring, who actually resembled much more of a polar bear as opposed to a brown bear, so that's neat. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. No idea what spiky ghost bird dragon was supposed to be. Very clearly Pelipper, who has more of like a mask look to him and a lot less doofy. Oh, I see that Tropius down there staring at me. We'll get to you, buddy. Any idea what those supposed to be? Wow, Generation 3 had a lot of scrap designs. This fire salamander, holding thing standing guy, gold spike, Vacuummon evolution, another crab. I mean, that makes sense. Crabs are invincible. Is that combustion? Oh, it has a back sprite too. Yeah, that might be Combuschicken. Kind of looks like what Blaziken and Latios both stemmed from. So that's neat. This might be Abomasnow. Here we have what clearly looks like Luxray's evolution that never existed. Something may be related to Lapras. Oh, Hariyama. There we go. We can recognize one of these. This Tropius one. I mean, Tropius is like a little doofy looking overall, but this thing, maybe that's a Abomasnow. Okay, then I don't know what Ghost Christmas Tree was supposed to be. A small little lightning bug, a crystal moth, an ice hippo. That. Listen, man, we were robbed, okay? That could have been a real Pokemon. Blobdog. Oh, and then Blobdog's evolution, which is somehow bipedal. Oh, Lombre. Okay, well, we can actually identify a first form here. Oh, and Shedinja, who looks a lot scarier. I mean, cicadas are very scary looking in the first place, but that's what nightmares are made out of. Some kind of squid, some kind of thing. Lombre, before he got his cool little hat and became Mexican. What appears to be a rear design of Claydol. This one looks like it was most likely C-Dot. Your guess is as good as mine on, is that Is that Masquerain? Is Masquerade even Gen 3? It's not. Okay. Here we have Sableye. Before he was given a cool crystal to hold, he was just holding what looks like a TM. Sharpedo actually looked cooler as a beta, where it has this massive harpoon tail. Aww. Look at this little pupper who got major glow up. Maybe Stardog over here isn't made to be the third form of Manectric? Maybe it is. I always looked at Manectric and was like, this thing isn't done evolving yet. And then I got a Mega and it was just bigger. Your guess is as good as mine on these ones. If you have a good guess on what these are, put them in the timestamp down below so I could look back at this and be like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe Chipmunk with the curly alfalfa hair in the front. Maybe that was supposed to be, I don't know, Spinda? Okay, I like this. This little fire nymph over here. Crazy bee. Here we see Claydol's front design. Maybe related to the Aaron family. Flower head. Okay, I love these. I don't know what you are. I've had you for 5 seconds. I will already kill for you. He is the sweetest thing ever. What looks like a grass Toxapex? Cocoa Bean. I mean, you already know where Cocoa Bean would live, right? Where Tropius is found. Clay Potmon. Maybe Eevee thing. That. Hariyama. Baby Hariyama. We have Clamperl and Hunttail. Maybe this was before they thought of the split evolution. Also, wait. Why does the shell have eyes and the pearl have eyes? Oh, here we have Absol, who was supposed to have a yin yang on the back of its head, and Hedochrome, the thing where you have 2 different color eyes. Stump, Cradily, right? Cradily was Gen 3. Yeah. Lily, Cradily, there we go. A very early design that would maybe one day become Primarina. I like to call this one, we have Politoed at home. Anteater. Bro, this thing is cute. That's a cute one right there. Green hat guy. Swablu looks a lot more like a duck. Banette doesn't look much different from its original. That, what I can only assume is an early version of Breloom, who looks a lot more chicken-esque here. Looks a lot more like a dinosaur. Yeah. Peacock. We've never had a peacock Pokemon, right? Not that I could think of. Trapinch. Tree thing. Tree ghost. Here we have Boxing Monkey. Oh, it's Beta Nikita. Oh, I like the way that sounded. I like Beta Grumpig more. I think it has a lot more personality. It's honestly one of like the most forgettable Pokemon, especially in like this sea of powerful psychic types. You would remember that. Do you remember Grumpig without me showing you this picture here? Do you remember Grumpig on your day-to-day life? Because I don't. Spoink's a little bit cuter. Is this Swalot? This is Swalot that looks a lot more Azumarill egg-esque. Wingull? No idea. It's the chicken that you squeeze and then it goes, ah, oh. That was actually a spot on impression. Fancy flower, tomato duck. Look at this sad boy. I think it's a sheepdog. It's a chubby sheepdog, or that's its other foot. If that's its tummy, then it's still a chubby sheepdog. My guess is that's Vibrava. Honestly, the whole line is here. Noctails. Noctails' evolution. Any idea what those could be? I'm looking at the list. I'm looking at all of them. I mean, Mightyena is a stretch. Haunter Tornado. Oh, cast form. So this is base cast form. This is cast form wind, rain, and sun. Yo, that cast form, wind form, that slaps. My money's on that's a Relicanth. It's funny that they fantasized this design and then they reeled it in to be a lot more basic looking and similar to like an actual Coelacanth. He's having a great day. That guy just having a great day. We have Swirly Ballerina Ninja. I'm guessing that maybe that's its evolution. That we have Chicken Egg and Chicken Egg Serpent. That might actually end up becoming Scraggy. Torkoal, before he was a volcano, he was a box. That's a box Torkoal. Oh, that is very clearly Grovyle. Like even the pose and everything. Wait, was the Grovyle down here those color? No, maybe they came up with that color scheme and then finally decided on green. And back sprite of Claypot. That is the Gen 3 beta designs. This guy's so cute. I don't know what that is. I don't know who he's supposed to be, but I love him. Like, they finished Gen 1 and Gen 2, and then they were like, all right, you know, we're not going bankrupt. We got to make a name for ourselves. And seeing some of the things that didn't make the cut, really interesting. We also have some Gen 4 beta sprites, not nearly as many, but we're going to be going through here. There's 2 designs here that are amazing. This is Beta Licky Licky. Honestly, a lot more memorable than the current Licky Licky, who's just big like a tongue. Cricketoon definitely lost some weight in its final design. I mean, not really, but like, that's a portly boy. Skunk Tank remains exactly the same. Shaman, Arceus, Darkrai. Oh, what's Darkrai's slimmed down form? Ambipom, the thing that only lives in one tree. Beta work of some of the trainer designs. The Bird Keepers, Aroma Lady, Porygon Z, and for some reason a very recolored Porygon. We have Rotom, and we have all of its very many forms. But we were robbed. Robbed, I tell you. We got Rotom Wash off of a washing machine. We didn't get Rotom Bidet. This is Rotom Bidet over here. We were robbed. How come we didn't get the bidet? Is it because Western audiences don't use bidets? Because big toilet paper convinced us that we're absolutely fine just taking one piece of paper and then wiping poo off of ourselves instead of a nice jet stream of water? I think it's all big toilet paper's fault that we didn't get this peak design right here. Damn those bears. Giratina, who remains completely unchanged, and Giratina in his birthday outfit. And that, yep, that's all I gotta say about that. Honchkrow remains mostly unchanged. Weavile did not change one bit. Krogunk, there's not a lot going on to Krogunk in the first place. You know, sometimes I look at these and I'm like, okay, well, very clearly, this wasn't done by a pixel artist. Skorupi, Glade plugins. Lucario's not changed one bit, but Riolu, a lot less doofy looking. Staraptor after going to Taco Bell. Some rough designs on what the trainers would look like. We have some more designs for the actual character art, the baddies. And that pretty much wraps up the Gen 4 beta sprites. But we have some Gen 5, including this majestic beast. Look at that. Don't know what he is. He had back sprites and everything. Look at this little thing. So this is the glow up from Hydreigon, Zyvelius, and the Aino. They had a glow up quite a bit. Beartick and Cubchoo. Okay, I think if the Fire Monkey actually looked like this, people would like it more. The water one's just as doofy, as always, but this guy, big slacking energy over there. Emolga, just in case you didn't think it was a Pikachu clone, that's the beta. Liepard looks cool. Basculin is over here, looking a lot more like a fly fish. Dwebble and Crustle, that's gonna be my money on that. That changed quite a bit. Emboar, looking real dark here. Pignite. Stunfisk was blue, apparently. Zora doesn't change much in its beta design, just, you know, clean up a whole lot. Here we have Superior looking pretty superior. Victini over here, looking real pale white. Is that its shiny color? Yeah, that is its shiny color. Huh. Weird that the beta is the shiny. Genesect. Tornadus looked a lot more yuck. Reshiram and Zekrom had a lot of cool markings on them to make them actually look more fiery and more electric-y. Well, I don't know about the electric-y, but definitely more fiery. Scraggy returns. The Swords of Justice, including Virizion, Terrakion, Cobalion looks, it's a horse. It's an evil horse. That's what it is. Okay, ready? Here's Seismitoad. And here's Seismitoad in middle school. I don't even know if I'm looking at, how could that be the back sprite of that? Here we have Carablast and Carablast's evolution before it was decided that it was going to be that whole cross evolution thing. Archeops does not look different at all. Okay, so here's Shelmet, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is at all. Oh, and we have a Tortuga who remains mostly unchanged. And then the very last thing is Bear. Wait, we already have Cubchoo with the snot out of his nose. Why do we have a second bear with snot out of its nose? Look, it's baby Chen Pao. Aww. Throughout my looking on 4chan and reading so many racist and anti-Semitic terms, and my time going through Twitter and files and Discord and seeing a bunch of stuff, I'm going to once again implore you to not look up any of the information outside of this unless you're ready to read things that may happen in the future and may suck some of that enjoyment away from you. Not going to talk about it here because we don't know what's real and what's not. If it is all real, then that's no longer fun hint at what can be, and it's not completely confirmed, so I'm just going to not be covering that. An insightful look into the Pokemon past, 100% cool with that. This is gold silver level beta design leak stuff. Someone might make a Ruby Sapphire with all these beta designs, and if they do, I want Stump on my team. If you found any of this entertaining at all, do me a favor, share this with a friend or your racist uncle on Facebook, your local Knights of Columbus or Alcoholics Anonymous group. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, Austin John out.